indeed.
Traps just improving to a 69. Very good lap.
Oh, that is
3 tenths
very
clear of Soggy
Jesus
Cereal.
Christ.
As the AlphaTauri
Traps.
jumps onto the first row of the grid.
That is
But
very
a lot of
good.
cars in the pits, especially the top 6, except for the Alpine.
Maybe that could be the last, I'm not sure. Soggy Cereal is coming out for another lap. He's going back out on new softs, so I think he's gone through quite a lot of softs here. There's been a couple of spins here. There's been 2 spins. A Red Bull and a Aston Martin have both spun off the track in sector 1. That's caused a lot of traffic. Could be some disruption for people trying to set a better lap. A little bit of oversteer there from Soggy Cereal.
Just gonna hop on board with Acids right now. As Acids is he's in last place. He's in 16th. He's on a new set of softs. With only a few seconds left of the session now. But he spins at the hairpin again.
Oh no!
That's the session. Unfortunately, gone for Acids.
And Hubster's disqualified. Going the wrong way. That's.
I wonder how that's happened.
I'm not sure. He said it. Well, FIA said it was because he was going from the wrong way. So I believe he was. I don't know actually. I don't know what happened. And that is it. You're looking at your top 4 right now, unless Frick Boy, can improve on his time, and he is 2 tenths up right now. So we could be seeing a new.
Has he pulled off, or is it just me? I think he's backed off.
That might. No, I don't think he has. Oh yeah, no, he has. Never mind.
Yeah, it definitely said 2 tenths up, unfortunately, but Tropper was on the inside of the corner, turn 1. Not sure if he impeded it or in some way, or if Frickboy made a mistake after, but it's very unfortunate. Top five though is a very good qualifying spot for Frickboy though.
It is indeed. Both the Alpines should be really happy with themselves. P1 and P5. That's really good results. And it's a shame for, say, Private Attics or Soggy's teammates to be quite low down in the grid. But we never know what could happen in the race. It's always very interesting.
I think one that surprised me a lot was Norquad in the McLaren. He was very, very quick at Baku last week. Everything that happened from wing damage, under safety car, pitting at the wrong time, he was always at the front. And I think 9th place was a bit underwhelming, really. I'd expect him on the front 2 rows.
Well, maybe, yeah, I mean, I think could have been not his best track this. Azerbaijan his street circuits might favour him. Indeed it can, and no disqualifications so far, which is really good, because you sometimes see some disqualifications in these formation laps, which is a bit sad.
Especially seeing last week. I'm surprised I haven't at least 6. No disrespect to the drivers at all, but it's a very compact track, and I think a lot of the drivers are quite aggressive, so don't want to leave anything out there for the rest of their competitors. So luckily a track like this is very good for their sort of driving style. Gives them room to really race each other, but nothing over the top, please. Don't want to see as many retirements as last week.
No, not at all. I think we're trying to look for the cleanest kind of race that we can in there as they line up on the grid. We're about to get under with the Portugal Grand Prix. Here we go. Private Attic just joins, and here we go. It's a very quick light, and it's lights out, and away we go. And Luton with a great start already, making up a couple of places, I believe. And here they come into turn 1, and there's been
definitely a big incident at the back, but Tropper getting a lot of positions up to 8th place after turn 2. But unfortunately, the Williams of probably Ted there getting caught up in the manic of turn 1.
It's been a decently good start to the race.
Ass is unfortunately not making as much ground as we thought he would. But same with Norquad actually losing 2 places off the start, down to 11th.
Private Attic losing 6 places as well. That's a shame for him.
It's just lost another one
now
to the McLaren and the Ferrari as well. It's been a terrible start for the Red Bulls.
Slasher Boy has moved up to a podium place in P3, which is good from him. Z Troops has managed to keep his place, which is good from him.
There's another car off just in Sector 3 there.
Oh, Sector 3, that is the Alpine of Frick Boy.
Hopefully as this race goes on, they should be able to get back, as the grid's already quite spaced out now.
And the McLaren of Norquad getting off the track as well.
Could that be down to them not warming up their tyres enough during the warm-up lap? Maybe having cold tyres and just not being able to get them up to the optimal temperature.
And it's been a... Oh, and the McLaren's off again. And a lot of people pitting for new wings. I think there was a lot of damage there. And both the Alpine of Frick Boy and the Red Bull... oh, and it's a... I think that could have been a bad stop there from probably Ted. Not the greatest stop. It is, yeah.
Attic, Ted, and Frick Boy and Hubs are there on the alternative compounds. They're unfortunately not going to be able to abuse the grip of the softs, and will lose a lot of time during the opening laps.
That is
but hopefully the rain is gradual and doesn't just come instantly, because that will probably cause a lot of chaos under the dry conditions. So hopefully it can transition quite smoothly into intermediates, but it does seem heavy already.
Yeah, I'm looking, and let's get an onboard here. Let's see if people are struggling. I'm looking at Harvey Plays right now. Moderate Ping got the position on Harvey Plays. That's good from him. It looks like drivers are already kind of sliding. Oh, and Moderate Ping has spun. Moderate Ping has spun.
And does all this hard
nearly
work.
Hit Harvey Plays there. And that's such a shame from him there.
This track is very unforgiving. All the hard work he put in to make those overtakes, and it's all been undone by one corner.
But there's been a bit of a breakup between the top three now. And
as you can see a little bit further down as well, Frick Boy's also gone to the intermediates, but it's just way too early. They're just ruining any chance they have of points. Exactly. It's a gamble, but it's definitely the wrong decision for the time being.
I agree. I don't think that was a very good decision. I believe that they should have waited till like the majority pitted, and I think that's Harvey Plays. Harvey Plays has spun. Oh no, that's a big shame. He was one of the top runners. He'd managed to make up, I think, 9 places. That's a really big shame from him. Oh, and there's a lot of sliding from him now.
So, we're just beginning to see a split of the front three now. They were within a few seconds of each other, but now it's gone down to about 4 seconds between Soggy Zero and Slasher Boy in the Ferrari.
Yeah, I think Soggy Cereal was just waiting for his right moment to attack, and it seems like he's the quicker driver right now. He's gonna have DRS off the Haas. Haas is gonna have to get out of the way.
There's a 3-second penalty for Hubster for corner cutting. Unfortunate for him, but I think he has actually gone off at the uphill hairpin again.
He has.
Corner is violent.
He's not having
in these conditions as well.
I think Slasher Boy and Dino have gone into the pits. Are they going on the inters? Let's have a look. No, they are pitting for mediums. No, and there's been another.
He's taken the gamble. So we'll see what Dino Gamer does now as well. Yep, Dino Gamer is also onto the mediums.
I can't say I'm surprised, but Hubster has gone off again.
Have the front two gone too long? Are they going to lose a lot of the time now as the Ferrari and the Williams both go for the undercut?
I'm not very sure, but I think obviously I think they're good enough to know what they're doing. So I'm not sure. Maybe, I mean, there's a 26-second gap right now between Slasher Boy and the two front runners. So I'm not too sure whether
It's quite a long pit lane as well, so I'm not sure if that'll be enough of a buffer for these front two to really maintain position when they come in for their pit stop.
I don't think they can be comfortable right now. They might have to properly push, use that ERS. Because Soggy Zero and Z Troops both have a very good ERS. And there's a big position change there. As we see Goosey and Slasher Boy having a little bit of a battle there. Goosey's got past Slasher Boy, and that means the two alphas are now in.
Oh, he's gone round.
Top 5. Oh no, and he's
gone round.
him.
He's made contact with the Ferrari as well. That could be some light wing damage for the Ferrari, but that undoes all of his hard work he's done all race. And now he's lost a lot of time to the Ferrari. He's gonna have to gain that all back again if he can.
Oh no, that is a big shame. I think that could have been Slasher Boy pushing, but I'm not going to make a comment because I couldn't really see. I'll have to wait for the stewards to have a replay of that and see if they think it's a penable offence. I'm not too sure if it is. And Hubs just left. He says in the chat, what a terrible race for him. At the end of the day, mate, it's unlucky. You know, maybe Portugal's not one of the strongest tracks, but next week, I need to check what next week is actually. Let me have a look.
So I'm not sure myself.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Soggy Cyril has finally gone on and he has maintained track position in the lead just. But he's gone to the medium tyres, so Traps in the Alpine will have... Oh, and Traps has gone round!
Traps has spun! Oh no!
Massive moment for the Alpine driver. So it's just not enough grip on the track to go side by side into a corner like that.
No, the racing is very hard in these kind of conditions.
And watch out for the Williams just behind now. He's really caught up to the back of the Alpine.
Dino Gamer could take it here, and
I don't think the rain's going to come. I don't think the rain's going to get any harsher. So I definitely think the Alpine's made the wrong decision on putting Traps on the soft tyre. I think
next corner.
Hopefully he can just open a wide entry, really try and carry the speed through. But he's right in behind the AlphaTauri.
He's going to do it.
The DRS.
He's gonna do it.
Yeah, he's going to go down the inside of the hairpin. Trying to make the move. Can he make it stick?
And he has. That's a really good... Oh, no, I think...
But can Soggy Cyril count around the outside?
Oh, and he's compromised his racing line there a bit.
And we go to the uphill hairpin. Will it catch anybody out now? Not.
No, both very good.
Luckily, they all make it through perfectly, and Soggy Cyril maintains the lead of the race.
Breaking a bit early there. I think that's great racing from Soggy Cyril. Definitely put a good defensive manoeuvre on there, just coming out of that DRS range zone. He's going to have DRS
on another level today. They really are.
I'd be very surprised if they don't get promoted next season if they keep this form up. They seem like very, very good drivers. And here he comes. I don't think he's going to have enough DRS to overtake. I think once again he might have to wait to make a move on the next bit. And the rain looks to be a bit harder from what I'm looking at.
Definitely
he goes
wide. The proper TV cameras, you can see it really coming down now.
Indeed you can.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see race control deeming it not safe enough for DRS within the next couple laps.
I agree, and he takes the inside line here, he goes across the curve, pushing him a bit wide there. And Soggy Cyril keeps the place. Now, I'm looking on TV.
Dino Gamer here is in a prime position to capitalise on the conditions. If he pits at the just at the right time, he could gain a lot on the front two. Would never count him out.
Indeed he could. I think this could be a really good opportunity for Dino Gamer if he plays his cards right. Because 6 seconds is quite a big marginal gap, but at the end of the day, if one of them make a mistake and go out too long, that could be a position change.
And say, watch Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton at the weekend.
What did you think about that? What are your opinions?
It was very unfortunate. I mean, I remember watching the highlights on Channel 4, and I just...
Yeah, that's what I do.
Troops is going in. Traps is making the move. He's making the move into the intermediates potentially. Is this the is this a pivotal moment where everybody decides to pit in?
And he is
He's
going
the
on the
first to do
inters.
so. He's taken the gamble. Alpine have been very brave with their strategies today.
Oh, it's a very
And
slow stop. What's going on there? Oh no, it was just my glitch.
nobody else is pitting in thus far. There are only 3 cars on track with intermediates on, but this could give Soggy Serial the lead if the track conditions do not become wet enough to deem intermediate tyre. Tauri really are the big winners with Goosey and Soggy Serial in the top 5.
Here comes Soggy Serial into pit. Brings me on to another topic. What do you think about the new pit regulations?
Might have to quickly remind me of the new pit regulations.
I'm not strictly sure, I'm not entirely sure, but I believe it consists of waiting for the green light. Or
Oh yeah, isn't that like
yeah.
this like sort of timings between each
Yes.
action? Like they all have. Yeah, I mean, isn't it will produce slower pit stops? But I think it's good because I think it definitely will balance it out. Just so it creates a little bit more equal pit stop timings, I guess.
Looking at the pit stop times of Sochi, 2.4 seconds or 2.3, I think was the best, which is really shocking.
Yeah, it's like half a second off of what Red Bull have been able to do in the past.
Exactly, and I feel like that 0.6 or 0.5 of a second that Red Bull get, I'm looking at the telemetries and it seems to be going down by quite a margin, lap by lap.
About a lap or 2 ago it was 2 seconds, it's come down to under a second now. Has Traps got something left in the bag now to take the AlphaTauri to the win? We'll see here, but the gap has just gone back up to 1 second now. But Trapp seems very quick in these intermediate conditions.
Yeah, he does. Indeed he does. He's managed to... If he just manages to keep this time here, he could be going through the DRS detection zone. And I think he might just miss it. Yeah, he's going to miss it. That's a shame. He had a dodgy corner just coming out of Curva Vergine Senna, parabolic Curva Vergine Senna. And that is a shame from him. Because
I was just thinking, if DRS is still available, what are race control doing?
I'm not sure as well, because
it's safe enough for DRS.
That's very true, because there's still people on inters, and that's really...
You see, the entire grid now has gone onto the intermediate tyres, and it's very clearly wet out there, so the fact that they still think it's safe enough for DRS, I don't know what they're doing.
I think... Have they... I'm going to say, because he was in... Traps was in 9/10 just then, and he didn't get any DRS, but we would have seen if DRS was off, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to watch Harvey Plays and Goosey here. They're definitely within a second. They're very close to each other. But we'll see if they get DRS on each other. Actually, no, I think it's just gone out of a second, so it won't come up for them. We'll go back to the leaders, who are within 6/10 now. The gap's come down immensely from a lap ago. Has Traps got a last-ditch attempt to take the win here in Portugal? We'll see.
We will indeed. Oh. This is very intense here. And he's going to get that DRS, I think. Yep, they've got the DRS detection zone. He's gone through it.
Gone very wide though out onto the runoff. And DRS is still active.
Wow.
Alright, prediction time. 3 laps to go. Do you think the Alpine can take the win? They're ahead of the rest. Really does show the level of skill these two have above everybody else.
I agree, and I think it is very... clear that these guys probably need to be put up into tier 1.
Especially as the Alpine makes a dive bomb move into the hairpin ahead of the AlphaTauri. Can he keep it though? Sonis has been very good at hanging around the outside. And he will have the inside line now.
Contact is wheel to wheel.
Side by side. That cannot happen through these corners.
This is very bold.
Both of them keeping on the track. There's incredible driving from both of these two. But the Alpine takes the lead.
Traps take a bow. That was some stupendous driving by both of you. Traps just utilising that better exit. I think it was through the uphill hairpin. but just utilising that better exit there, a bit better on the throttle there, and I think that could be the race winner.
Soggy Cyril hasn't really dropped off particularly though. He has gone
No,
back
he
maybe like
hasn't.
half a second, but he's really maintaining a small gap to the Alpine. So could he add a small attack on the final lap here?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I mean, the gap is half, and here we come into the final lap here, and
It's really coming down over that straight as we go down to the first sector now. Can the AlphaTauri launch an attack on Traps here? Traps has been Soggy Cyril's really been leading the race, but has Traps got what it takes in the final lap as he loses the rear end slightly, coming down to the small straight, down to the hairpin. Will Soggy Cyril launch an attack up the inside? No, he's gone round the outside.
He forces Traps into a defensive manoeuvre. He gets a really any touch.
Contact has been made on the end plates of the AlphaTauri. No damage to see right now.
Oh, you're gonna have to be careful. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that is terrible.
That is so unfortunate. There was slight contact from the AlphaTauri. You could see him making slight contact with his diffuser.
I told you it's the curse. I shouldn't have said you could have done it. It's the curse. Oh,
he has maintained second place, so there's at least a silver lining, but that is terrible and very unfortunate.
It's not a gold lining, and it's not going to be. He's not going to win the race. That is, I'm not too sure what happened there. I think it might have been. I think
the stewards will have to take a double look at that one because there was contact being made, but I don't know if that's what caused the incident though.
Exactly, there was very obvious contact there, so I'm not sure what they're going to do about that. But as he comes through, Soggy Cyril wins the Portuguese Grand Prix, and he's put on a sterling drive there. And here comes the second place. They've both done amazing jobs.
Hats off to those two. They were leagues above the rest of the grid today. But Traps did just leave the session before he'd finished the race. It's gonna sting for a while, to be fair.
I don't think we're gonna be getting.
It's gonna leave a mark. There's gonna be a bit of a rivalry between those two in the coming races.
I'm gonna have
and that's gonna be a very interesting one to see.
Oh God, indeed. And
as Luton also just comes up the hill to take 4th place. Good job from the Aston Martin driver coming home for the British-born team, as Slasher Boy also finishes in 5th place in the Ferrari. So a good recovery from a difficult start to the race, so well done to him. Goosey 6th place in the AlphaTauri as well. Very good weekend for the AlphaTauri team.
I think my driver of the day it's either between one of the front two, or I think it's Harvey Plays. He gained at one point 10 positions, but sadly spun, I think, and then he managed to get back and recuperate and get points. Even though he didn't finish very high up in the points, I still think he did really well. And here they come. This is a very very good podium here.
Definitely. I wish we could share driver of the day, because it would definitely go to those top two. They are incredible against each other and incredible in comparison to the rest of the grid.